have a 2005 Toyota Prius Generation 2, and if you don't have time you can say Gen 2. I am replacing the inverter cooling pump. That's the inverter. There's the reservoir for the cooling pump, and the cooling pump is right there. You can see that hose goes right into the top of it, and you can see the two bolts over here that hold it down. I also have from the Toyota dealership, their super long life antifreeze coolant, and this is the replacement pump. It's all shiny, new, and this is the box that it came in. That's the part number I got. It was about $140. I was going to order it online, but I decided to go from the dealership and just get it that way. So first off, I have about 200,000 miles on the car, and I was going to change the fluid from the reservoir there. And first off, there are other videos that probably do a better job at explaining the coolant draining procedure, but I'm undoing that bolt right there. You can zoom right in on it. Zoom out so you can get a perspective. And there we are. I don't have the car up on jacks or anything. I can reach under here fairly well. Just put my pan underneath it. Get my wrench. I've been told on the YouTube videos that it's a 15/16 socket, and looks like they were correct. Oop, that's fairly tight, and as you can see, the reddish type liquid is leaking out. It's fairly hot because I just drove it. That's great. There's a aluminum washer on the bolt that you want to make sure you don't lose. Oh yeah, look at that goodness coming right out. And I'm gonna let that drain. I have my bolt here. I'll just set, looks pretty dirty, so I'm just gonna set that to the side for a little while later. So I cleaned that bolt off a little bit, and like I said, there's other videos as well, but you can just stick your finger underneath these. It's not zooming. You can just stick your finger under these little screw deals, pop them out. This one is apparently a little broken because the center part, yeah, that's broken. And we'll just put those right there so I can probably step on them and break them later. Let's get this next one out. You can stick your thumbnail on the outside ring and then pull it out. Let me zoom out a little bit. It's a little easier for me to work with. Stick the nail on, pull it out, put it down. Next one. Yeah, if yours are anything like mine, they're pretty easy to come out. Not much to it. The last one here apparently is difficult for some people to get out. This one guy said that he just unscrewed it a little. I apparently don't have the right tools, so I'm just using whatever I have. Yeah. Oh, I do have the right tool. A screwdriver. How about that? I come prepared. He seemed to screw it out. I don't know what I'm doing. Let's get another. Yeah, you just have to hold that outside ring and turn it simultaneously. And it pops out just a little bit. And then, let's see if I can use one of my other fancy tools. Yep, and then you lift that cap out. I'll get my fingernails under it. Yep, there it is. There it is, and then it pulls right out. Put these guys back. This thing should just come right off. Set that to the side. So now you can get to that. Here's the pressure, or not the pressure, the bleed valve. Little rubber cap on it. And now is where we have to undo some bolts to get down into the car. And that's what I'm going to do now. I'm going to release these inverter bolts enough so I can pry them up and then go down in there and unbolt them. So, let's figure out which sockets we're using. Way too big. Let me just set the camera down so I don't make you dizzy. Yeah, that's nice. This is a 12mm. That's wrong. Not too tight. As you can see, it lifts up a little bit. Still attached in the back. I'm going to take the lid off here. I never know how this part comes off. Usually it just ends up making me think like I'm going to break it. It's like a little clip in there or something. Yep, and there it comes. I'm unscrewing the cap on the reserve tank and just setting it there so that the fluid can drain out from below. Some people said if they take this valve off too, it helps it drain. Looks like it's a 10mm. Oh yeah, that's pretty tight. Don't want to break this little bracket they got going on here. There we go. Let's just take this all out, see what it looks like, you know? Yep, looks like a valve of some kind. Perfect. Very perfect. And just so you can see what I'm doing, that bolt right there is what I'm connecting to, or tightening. or loosening. Literally no room to work. As with most car work. Remove one bolt. This next bolt is going to be trickier. I think I have to remove, because the bolt that I'm going for, if you can see, is the one that this thing is touching. You can see the tip of it right there. That's the bolt I'm going for. But as you see, that hose, this hose that runs right there, is definitely in the way. So I'm going to disconnect this little clip valve there. I'm going to disconnect it and pull it away from everything. Got some cheap needle nose pliers. I'm going to see if this works. I don't know if you can actually see what I'm doing. Rotating it around. I love the zooming on my camera. There. A real good clear shot of my knuckles, but not of what I'm doing. Of course. There we go. Yeah. Let's see if that was enough. Nope. There's a little clip there that this thing just slides in. Just undid that so I can pull it away when it's free. Let's go ahead. There we go. That thing is sufficiently pulled up higher, it seems. And this hose is probably stuck. Very well stuck. It's kind of hard to get your hand in these little locations. Ow. I guess you just pull it until your hand hurts, and then it comes right out. That's what it looks like. I'm going to try to set that off to the side. Hopefully it doesn't leak too much. Now there's the other hose, as you can see right there. Has a little clamp, has another little clippy clamp. I'm gonna try to get that guy. Man, it's so hard to do all this. I guess it leaked a little bit. I can see the fluid all over the place. I'm trying to rotate this clip so it's in a usable location. I don't know why the installers do this. They're like, well, this is easy now. It'll be impossible for them to do anything with it later. And I'm sure there's somebody out there that can just do this easy cheesy, pumpkin leasy. It's not wanting to come off too easily. It's being a jerk, that's for sure. Aha! Rip my nail off, all in the words of success. It's not too bad. Just a little rippage. Probably hurts more than it actually does. You know, as they say, it just hurts more than it actually does. What does that even mean? It does or it doesn't hurt? I don't understand. This is like the worst thing ever. And let's see if I can wiggle this guy off. Yeah, seems like it's moving. Just gotta give it a little rotation persuasion. And let's see if I can hook that on. Got my knuckle too on something. This is a dangerous work environment. Oh gosh. Probably gonna have to use two hands for this one. Ugh. Maybe this super long extension is not a good idea. Let's just try the kind of long extension. Oh, that's where you want that. I'll put that on the ground. Yeah, everything's in the way. Okay, there we go. That's just my wrench touching the side. As you can see, it's nice and tight. My battery's about to die. And this thing should just pull right out. Put the new one in, hook the hoses up, and then fill up the water per those other videos, and use this bleeder valve to bleed it out. When I say put the water in, I mean put the super long life antifreeze coolant that specifically says do not add water. In either case, I don't really know what the big difference is between Toyota antifreeze and any other brand antifreeze. Could be one of the best marketing plays that there is. Oh my god, look at that wasp. He just came out of the engine. Where did he come from? They have like a nice little hive in there or something? Jeez Louise. Gonna get stung. Yeah, this is fun. It's a good shot too. Yeah. There's still that electrical clip. You can see right to where my finger is touching, right there. It's gonna have to come undone. And somehow I'm gonna have to get this water pump out. I think they stuck the world's longest bolt on this thing and gave you 1/2 of a centimeter to turn your wrench. Alright, so I finally got this nut off of this stud, but I can't take this pump bracket out because it's underneath this black bracket. So now I have this fancy 10mm wrench that fits on this guy. By the way, this hose here just bent out of the way, plugged in here to this end, and it also went into this clip, the C clip. Anyways, I'm going to unloosen this now. So I took that guy out from that hole, which held this hose down. If you remember, I took that one off. And this is the pump. I got it moved and I'm trying to wiggle it out. It's like a Jenga puzzle or something weird. Yeah. This is where... Oh, yep, there you go. And then we'll just go in reverse order and hook it all back up.